This video will show you the fastest way to complete every mission in LEGO Fortnite Expeditions. This game mode is a lot of fun, but one of the biggest issues that everybody's having is a lot of people don't know how to complete these missions. And loading in, you're either doing them all by yourself because you know how to do the missions, or you're running around the map not helping because you don't know how. So hopefully this video serves as a nice tutorial for everybody to show you all how to complete missions the fastest way possible. Because I get asked almost every day what the fastest way is to level up. And the best way is to have multiple teammates helping you run through every mission extremely fast. Not only that, but opening up chests will also give you really nice XP. When playing, there's 4 different mini missions that you'll have to complete, or 3 boss fights to complete. So watch throughout this entire video to know the best tips and tricks to get these done. The first one that I'm covering is the set up comms relay. Now these are going to be almost invisible comm relay setups that you just have to walk up to and press your button to interact with. Now there's 5 of these around the map. You can take a look at the map to find these icons, but they've done a pretty good job of putting that orange wrench above them to indicate that that's where you need to go. And like I mentioned earlier, you want to open every chest, not just for the loot, but you also do get XP for doing it. Next up, we have rescue civilians, which was very confusing when I first saw it, so I'm sure a lot of you guys are confused as well. When it comes to rescuing civilians, it's not talking about the ones that are on the floor with hearts above their head. What you're looking for is trapped civilians, which means that they're going to have these squares or these Lego pieces stuck on their back and they're trapped under them. What you need to do is walk up and attack these, preferably with a hammer or some abilities in order to get it done a little bit quicker. Now in game, there are times where the abilities don't work, but typically if you hit them first with a hammer or some sort of weapon, you will get it done a little bit quicker. So I prefer the hammer to do jumping critical damage every single time, and then look at your map in order to find all 5 of these, because sometimes they're a little bit difficult to see. Next up, we have breaking corrupted masks, and these are extremely easy to get done, whether you're using a dagger, a hammer, or your ability. I think that these are by far the best ways to do this because it's a structure, but you could see in just 2 hammer hits and then using one of my abilities, I could absolutely destroy these corrupted masks and finish this mission in really just a few seconds. Now, if you have a ton of teammates or 3 additional teammates, you're going to be able to get this done even faster, which then allows you to get that chest in the middle for better loot. Speedrunning this is what's going to help you guys level up faster and give yourself better chances to get even better loot. The final mission that we need to do is going to be called Deploy Field Generator, which is almost like playing Hardpoint from Call of Duty, where we have to stand inside of this ring until it reaches 100 total seconds. Now inside of this ring is going to be a bunch of enemies that run around here to try to fight you. Obviously, what you need to do is destroy them or simply stay alive. As long as you're alive inside of this circle, that countdown is going to keep going until it reaches 100 seconds and you complete it. This is probably the simplest of all of the tasks, but they're all pretty easy. For this one, I just recommend using any sort of abilities to defeat the crowds a little bit faster, and then use your dual wield pistols or your hammer in order to do damage to multiple enemies at once. When it comes to defeating the Titan, this is one of the easiest bosses that you have to deal with, because what you can do is take out dual daggers. Now the reason why I mention this is because its secondary attack is a dive attack, which goes directly at the feet of the Titan. All that you need to do is spam your secondary attack at him, and when you run out of stamina, go back to your normal attack or simply use any of the abilities that you have. Normally when you're using this secondary attack, you'll go through any enemy and just go right past them. But when it comes to the Titan, using your secondary attack will put you right at the bottom of his feet and keep you you there for a ton of damage. You can see right here, I do nearly 2,000 damage with metal dual daggers, and those aren't even the best in the entire game. So using this over and over again, standing at the bottom of his feet while spamming this is going to make quick work of the Titan. You could obviously also just use dual daggers from a distance because it's very similar to fighting a brute inside of Odyssey. Next up, we have the Spire, which is a little bit more complicated when it comes to the attacks that they do, but it is still very easy. He's going to throw down 3 of his shields, and when that happens and they're glowing as yellow, you can attack them. Now, when they lift them back up, the only time that you could now attack him is if he throws one of them down, which is a nice earthquake attack that he does, or you can wait until he's shooting the laser out of his eye and then attack that. So in the situation right here, if I had my pistols out, I would be able to shoot where that laser's coming from and do additional damage. Now, the best way to approach this, once again, is going to be using your abilities and a hammer, as it does do a lot of critical damage to this. You can make quick work of it by abusing the critical damage of the hammer when you are fighting against these shields. I would definitely have a secondary item of the blasters to shoot at its eye when it's using that plasma ray. If you guys aren't doing that, you are missing a little bit of time where you could be doing a little bit more damage onto the Spire. The final enemy is arguably the most difficult, especially on expert mode, and that's going to be Core. Now, when you're fighting against this enemy, you need to have range attacked weapons because of the movement that she has. Core has the ability to not only use her dual wield pistol, but she can also jump onto different platforms on the map, which makes it very hard to attack her if you're not using your pistols. If you have yourself daggers or a hammer, there's going to be times where she reaches heights that you just simply can't get to. So what I recommend doing is using the dual wield plasma pistols trick and use them on her as much as you can. Again, you want to use any of the abilities as you can to get rid of all of the enemies that are surrounding you, because she does blend in with a lot of them. One final tip that comes to mind when it comes to fighting her is going to be marking her. By doing this, you'll see the icon of her whenever you're not looking at her to make it a little bit easier to find her in the crowd. I feel like with this game mode being so new, there's so much that I could show you as far as tips and tricks or even little secrets that nobody really knows about yet. So if you want to see stuff like that, comment down below and I'll drop a secrets video as far as expeditions goes to help everybody out. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, guys, this is Crafty, and I'm out. Peace. Help me reach 50,000 subscribers by pressing that sub button in the top right. And if you guys haven't already, check out that video in the top left. YouTube thinks that you'll like it a lot. Peace.